Hello everybody, my name is Alicia with Handmade by Alicia, and I am going to do an introduction to my YouTube channel if I actually get brave enough to post it, and we'll make a soap while I'm doing it. So today I'm going to be making a coconut lime verbena soap. This fragrance, the one I got, is from Nature's Garden. I've never soaped with it before, so I'm being double brave, recording and using a fragrance that I've never used. But I've seen this used before and people get great results with it, so we're going to try it, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll just go from there. But anyway, like I said, my name's Alicia, and I've been making soap for about 2.5 years now. I started making hot process soaps, and then I've been doing almost exclusively cold process for the past maybe 1.5 years or so. This is just some sodium lactate that I'm putting in my lye water. And I'm going to stir that. Put my glasses on here. I started making out soap like probably many people did in my kitchen. And whenever we moved out of an apartment into a house about 1.5 years ago, I moved down into, we had like a bonus room, it was an enclosed garage, and I moved down here and I have much more room to breathe, and I'm a very happy soaper. So I've got like a little piece of lye lint floating in here, so I'm going to strain my lye solution. I've already got my oils melted. They're a little warm, a little warmer than I usually like, but I think it's going to be fine. I usually like to soap at room temperature. I kind of had a little emergency with our freezer, and I forgot it in the microwave for a little bit, so that's what happened there. Set this off to the side. So I'm gonna stick blend this and just bring this just to emulsify. Because I've never worked with this fragrance before, I don't want to bring it to complete trace, so I want to have as much time to work with it as I can. And my recipe does not take very long to emulsify. Cord's tangled. So that's probably going to be good there. So I'm going to split this off into 2 colors. 3 colors, I'm sorry. I need 2 buckets. And I'm going to try to get them relatively even. Let's see. So we'll do about that much. About that much. Not bad. I really like these containers. I got these at Lowe's in the paint section. And they're like just a few, you know, not even $1 each. And they're wonderful. And I'm glad that they are microwave safe, because I did not even think to test it with water first before I actually went to make soap. But they've held up really well for me. This looks like a lot of color. I've got it mixed with my super fat. I don't always do this, but I'm doing this one a little different. It's for my mom, and she's requested some different things. So there's mostly oil in here. I've got about 1/2 teaspoon of Nurture Soap Supplies green apple mica. So that's gonna go in here. So like I said, it looks like a lot, but it's really only about 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm gonna hand stir that, because I don't want to stick blend until I put my fragrance in, which I'm not going to do until the very last second. Okay, now in this one, and I'm going to have to stick blend this guy, I've got mixed in here more green apple mica, but I've also got some hydrated chrome oxide just to try to make it a little darker, and it doesn't play nice with oil sometimes, so it's not mixed in very well right now. I'm going to have to stick blend this, but again, I'm going to wait until I add my color, my fragrance. Most of it sank down to the bottom, as a matter of fact, so we'll just get that in there. And get another spatula here. These little spatulas I got at Walmart, and I love them. They're very easy to clean. So there's a little bit of a color difference there, not much already, but there's a little bit. All right, so we'll set that off to the side, and then in this guy, I have titanium dioxide mixed with water. And I'm just going to add that until I get the color that I'm looking for. I don't necessarily want like a stark white, but I do want it to be pretty bright. And I have it diluted pretty well also. Okay, I think that's going to be good there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scale. Just a second, guys. I'm also putting another set of oils in the microwave because this is not the only soap I'm going to be making today. Let's see. So put this on. Tear that out. Alright, now I'm going to do point, whoa, everywhere. Okay. Alright, so you really have to kind of commit to pour this stuff. Whenever you're ready to pour it, pour it. Don't try to drizzle it because it goes everywhere on the side of the container. Anyway, okay, so there's one. Okay, there's two. And three. Off to the side. So right away, I don't really see any ricing. And it seems to be mixing in pretty well. Like I said, my recipe tends to trace and set up kind of fast, so I swear I'm gonna have to add some more to this. I actually like that color. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of titanium dioxide to this one. And just try to lighten that up just a little. A little bit more. You know, and this smells really good. I don't like coconut, but this smells really, really good. I'm gonna grab, excuse all the banging around, grab just a little bit more of this oxide. Okay, now stir this in. I forgot to mention I also have some kaolin clay in my melted oils. So I'm going to set that off to the side because I may need some more of it. And I'm going to give these just a quick stick blend. Just to make sure I've got everything incorporated well. I should have started with the white. I always do that. I get excited and I forget what I'm doing. Alright, this guy's next. These are starting to thicken up a little bit, but I think we're still going to be okay to pour. I'm going for a drop swirl today. Sorta. I don't really know. I'm just gonna kind of do it. Whatever happens, happens. Alright, let me clean my blender off here. Alright. And now for the white. Anytime you use titanium dioxide, you want to stick blend anyway, just so that you know that it's mixed in well, because then you get, you know, your little titanium dioxide speckles, which I have not had the quote-unquote pleasure of meeting yet. I hope I never do. Stick blender up and put my color up before I knock it over. Okay, so now I've got my mold here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the white first. And then we'll go in with this darker green. Like I said, it's a little thick, but I think that's mainly from me stick blending than anything else. Okay. White. And a darker green. And there's my phone. You guys can barely see what I'm doing. I just looked up at the viewfinder. Alright, now I'm not going to put any more of the white in just yet because I want to save what I have for the top. So I'm going to go ahead and get in my green, a dark green that is. And let's see, yeah, okay, I think we're good there. So now what I'm going to do, because it's a little thicker and I don't think my drop swirls are going to come through, I'm going to take a little popsicle stick and kind of swirl it myself. Okay, so now I'm going to take the white and drizzle it on top. I saved way too much for the top. So I have some other little small molds that I can put the extra in because I saved way too much. Not a very good judge of these things. A little bit more of this. Okay, so kind of smush that down. Okay, and then I've got a skewer. Actually, you know, it's kind of pretty, just the way it is. Do I want to mess with it? My phone's ringing. I think I'm happy with it just like that. I think I'm going to leave it. Yeah, so coconut lime verbena. Let this sit for a couple of days and then I'll bring you guys back for the cutting. So there is coconut lime verbena with something on the top of it. There we go. So we're just going to take just a little bit off the end here. This one was made for my mom. This was her request. Pretty. Very exciting. It's a pretty bar. That one's pretty too. So I'm thinking that this is probably going to turn kind of yellow because towards the outside of the bar, if you can see here and right here especially, it's turned kind of yellow, but in the center the white is still white. So this may yet morph a little bit. I hope not. It's really pretty. And then there's the, I'll use this for a sample, this little bar.